Real quick, you ever realize that we live in this stupid world where we're trying to colonize Mars? My freaking toilet, I still have to jiggle the handle to make it flush like a freaking 1990s Nintendo.
Have you seen those electric toilets you can buy?
I have. SpaceX is building like space bunkers and shit. And my Wi-Fi FiOS that I pay a lot of money for goes down half the time when too many electronics are going on in my house. That's the life that I'm living. But needless to say,
you should have become an astronaut.
I should have. But on the brighter side,
you're not Diddy.
The Commanders are playing in Madrid. They're playing on Christmas with 8 Moja-Fogen primetime or nationally televised games.
We got Thanksgiving too?
No. That's for all my stars I just bitched about. That's a redemption arc, fellas. A redemption arc. All right. It's going to happen. It's fantastic. I like it. It's a rebirth, and we're here to talk about it. So tune in. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Mixing it up a little bit tonight. Instead of playing the longest intro ever, break it up with a little bit of yap for 45 seconds, and then we bring you into the show. Fellas, welcome to episode 360. Call this one Quiet Confidence.
I don't want to hear anyone ever bitch about the length of our intros. No, because I have streamers that I watch that have 25-minute intros.
Dude, by the way, we got the dopest intro. Fuck all that noise.
The dopest.
Everyone agrees.
We're
gonna win a SP for that.
Yeah.
We should.
What's up, man? I'm going to be tired a lot next season. Yes, sir. I think we all are, but it'll be for
Oh yeah, I ain't done it in a while. Yeah,
I go to work at 10 p.m.
Oh yeah. Oh man,
from home. Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. If I had to listen,
I'm gonna be there.
I told you I had this dream that you can make pornos out of musicals.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
you talked about it last
week. Gangbang, I told you last time. Hold a name, I call this chick.
There you go.
Or a place I like to go after I put these hoes.
What's up, Commander Nash? Hell yeah. Prime time. Make sure you guys go check out Commander Nash's Facebook page. He's doing a fundraiser for the hog farmers as a fundraising ambassador. Make sure you go check him out.
Who is?
Jay Nash, Commander Nash.
Oh, yeah.
And also he gives a story of Commander Nash on his YouTube channel. So make sure you go check that out too. Jay, I watched it. It was pretty awesome, man. So good stuff, brother. I appreciate you telling the story. Yam won't be here next Thursday. I'll be on a plane for the Indy 500. Look at you,
bro.
Look at Yam.
Hey, Richard Hendricks came by the GM today, and everybody took pictures with him, man, and they got autographs and everything.
Does Hendricks have a Formula One or an IndyCar team, or is he only NASCAR?
I don't know.
Can you answer that in the chat, please?
Yeah, but
I don't feel like googling it.
He bought $3 million worth of Corvettes today.
I'm doing that thing that streamers do. Chat.
Money went to charity.
Here's a question I could Google.
Yam is not a fan of Hendrick Motorsports. I like Hendrick Motorsports.
I mean, he puts money in my pocket.
I was never a fan of Hendrick because I was
I have met Hendrick
DEI guy and a Richard Childress guy growing up.
Earnhardt fan as well, and Hendrick was the rival.
I drove Hendrick for C8,
but
black and white one.
I have heard how Hendrick treats his employees that work for his dealerships. And because of that, I'm like, you know what? Respect, because
everybody loves them.
Those guys get treated very well.
Everybody loves them.
If you're ever in auto sales and you work for a Hendrick Motorsports, you will have
what's the one that wears all black?
For a Hendrick dealership, you will know what it's like to actually be treated well in that industry.
What's the one that wears the hat, Phil? That was all black. Petty.
Richard Petty.
Yeah, he comes in there with them all the time. They come in there all the time, man. It's at least once a month or so, man. You see, just walk around like it's nothing, like they're not billionaires. But I've met him and his wife. I'm not friends with them, but they came in and bought I worked on Final Line. I drove them the car to the Final Line. I was first guy to start the car and give them the keys, man. And in the CA, the new one, I'm not on that job anymore. But
yeah,
definitely, they were nice, man. They were cool people, man. His wife's knockout, by the way.
VM said he's got a partnership with any team for Larson, but that is it.
Huh. I like it. He seemed like a really cool guy, man.
The Petties are Yam's cousin.
The Petties are my cousins too, man. I told you my son is related to.
Oh my Lord, Deb and Yam are distantly related.
It happened.
6 degrees, man. 6 degrees.
I married a Petty, man, and my son is 100% related to the one that died.
6 degrees.
His grandfather went to the funeral. He is now also dead, by the way. But
the legend Richard Petty. Kyle Petty didn't turn out to be,
he was competitive.
He lived up to his dad's name.
No
it was
one
tough.
was going to be his dad.
Yeah, it was tough.
You know any Petties around?
Lots of good father-son, like Bobby Allison, Davey Allison were a good little crew. You have junior and seniors, Earnhards, the Petties. You don't see that a lot anymore with the father-son racing things anymore. You just don't see it.
Racing's really big here. Like there's a lot of racetracks here in this area. I haven't ever figured out why haven't they gotten the NASCAR thing yet, but they are considering it. There is some like land earmarked here around Bowling Green between here and Nashville.
Yeah,
that they are considering getting a track, a big one. But they got a lot of test tracks that you can take your car out there, Steve. Whatever Nissan Z your Asian ass has.
I got nothing, dude. Not anymore.
He's got that big ass truck, big dog.
Yeah, dude, I had a Ford F-150 Lightning, man. I used to take that to the track all the time. I still got the drag wheels in my shed, but hit and run, I had to total it. That bitch was running high 12s. I think 12.7 was the fastest I ever ran it at MIR on street tires, not even on the slicks, man.
I've seen so much stuff working at. I've seen so much stuff working at Corvette that I wish I could tell you guys. I'm never going to, because I get fired. But I've seen some crazy stuff, dog. that like customers will never see as far as amazingness of cars. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The stuff that they can do now with the engineers is wild. It's almost like they're in competition with each other too. Like if one guy built something, the other guy's like, I can do that and do it better. So
anything you can do.
It should be.
Yeah.
Japanese freaking would do.
It's basically Operation Paperclip all over again.
Yeah. What's going on, George? What's up, boys? Y'all funny.
Hey.
So I was at work earlier, and I only had my phone during lunch, and I pull up Twitter, and the first thing I see is George went and bought tickets to Madrid, Spain.
What?
As soon as they drop at like face value. And then TickPick, not to be confused with Dick Pick, but it might as well be in this situation. TickPick refunded his money and reclaimed the tickets. Right, so now he doesn't have the ticket. Now the prices have like tripled in price.
So they got mad that he got the system on, and then
I tweeted like I added TickPick, and I was like, "What the fuck? That's so messed up. Like that's such a shitty thing to do." I'm like, I said Ticketmaster and SeatGeek would never do that, and so their social media guy, I don't know if you saw this George said it was an honest mistake. Here, I'll just show you guys. It's kind of messed up, dude.
Did they give me shit back though?
I defer to George, but this is what happened. This is his thing, below market price, and they canceled it. And I was like, do better. That's shady. And then the guy from TickPick replied and said, honest mistake. How is it an honest mistake? It's your fault. You put it on the website, not my fault. He should get those tickets at whatever he paid for. And he's trying to make it right. You know what I mean? Like, screw TickPick, man. I don't know anything they can do to make it right besides give George a suite in Spain. You know what I mean? Pay for his airfare.
Because I'm upset at it too. We should give this podcast some fucking tickets too on top of it. SeatGeek.
Messed up.
Bitch ass. Hey, speaking of bitches, I went back and listened to one of our podcasts, and the famous, infamous Phil's Baby Back Bitch episode came on, man. Just randomly. I randomly hit it in the Baby Back
talking about Mark Andrews. Preseason
man.
Baltimore.
And that's what this reminds me of, a Baby Back Bitch.
Baby back.
Baby back. We need to have that segment on the next season. Baby back bitch move of the week, dog.
That's right. Preseason, Mark Andrews.
Diddy will win it this week.
That's me. We have a Glock Dookie Award, the Baby Back Bitch Award.
The Baby Back Bitch Award, dog.
I'm sorry, George. Keep us posted, man. I fight the good fight for you, George. All you have to do is say when and where. I'm there for you, man. It's that scene from The Town. Listen, I'm going to ask you to do something. I can't tell you what we're going to do or who we're going to do it to, but I need you to hurt someone. And then dude goes, whose car we taking? Jeremy Renner. That's like the best scene ever in The Town, man. Say hi to a couple of people in chat, and we'll get into the.
You need to go get some tickets from China, dog. Go banging,
Sit around them terrorists. You know, I know some shit, but not allowed to talk. That's family business. So, Evan Everhard, Davey Allison hadn't died. Yeah, 7th championship. That's right. Ryan Elias, what's up, Ryan? Kyle Busch, baby. He sucks this year. Should have never left Joe Gibbs Racing. Yeah, that's right. Marcus, what's up, Marcus? Sports V2 on Facebook. Check him out. Check him out.
Hey, we need to win Game 6, Marcus.
They refunded him, but wouldn't honor his tickets, dude. You know what, George? Better Business Bureau is.
I'm just curious, since it's already past and over with. How much was that?
Whatever they were like face value. It's not because apparently they're like triple in value now.
Yeah,
so
obviously.
I don't know, but yeah, if George will tell us, he said they were very, very reasonable.
You can't do that because if you buy them at face value, that is the value of the ticket.
Yeah, I just want to know how much.
I'm guessing that's what happened.
It's not a resale.
When he got
it's an initial sale.
Yeah,
initial sale can unless you're auctioning initial sale tickets off. If you're purchasing them, you purchase them for face value. What you do is that the resale market has the fluctuations. Should not be any fluctuations on a seat price for an initial sale. That is bait and switch.
Totally. I agree. And I hope they
I agree.
Give George his justice. All right, fellas, let's get into
justice for Carmi.
That's right. Justice for Carmi. JOC. Jock. We're right on the jock. We get some t-shirts made. What's up, Cody? Cody, good evening, bros. Good to see you, man. Thanks for popping in. My boy Doug says, love the shirt. Wu-Tang forever. Talking with Donato. Good show, brother. Appreciate it. Wu-Tang is for the kids. Wu-Tang forever. That is right. Justice.
Definitely for the kids.
Hashtag everyone. Justice for Carmi. There we go, George. We're going to start a movement. We're going to start the movement.
Yeah.
On your behalf. Justice for Carmi.
Hell no. We won't go. I don't know. What the hell, Carmi, do you do for a living, man? I need to come out there with you, dog.
Man.
I'm going to fucking Spain to see Commanders play, dog. I can't even go to DC, which is like 10 hours away.
A lot of people are buying the tickets, man, but we'll see what the price is going up. All right, fellas. Schedule drop. So the schedule is out. It dropped. Although the sad part is, I am disappointed with the way the league does it because by the time it actually dropped last night, we knew about 90% of the games. You didn't know maybe exactly when, but you had people out there who were able to show exactly the schedules here. We were missing like maybe 1 or 2 games, and it's like, it kind of takes the fun away. I don't know. You guys feel that way about all these leaks prior to? I don't mind like the Madrid leak, the Christmas leak, but shit, we had 14 of the 17 games already leaked before it dropped.
Facts.
Do y'all care?
I literally stayed away from it after a while, just like to have some semblance of surprise. Like, I get it. It's
appreciate
now a year-round sport, right? The NFL is now a year-round entity, but schedule leaks is now a thing we have massive speculation on.
It's everything. I don't know. Apparently, that's what we're doing now. So first and foremost, I just want to know. I'm gonna show this here real quick. But what I think we should do is play the stupid, silly game. What did you call it last time, Phil? Way too early predictions, something along those lines. Way too early predictions. I feel like we should do this so I can log it, so Dev can say we're gonna go 16-1, and then claim in the season.
They said 1-16.
But somehow I'm still gonna be right.
Y'all convinced me we were going to win 11 games.
Yeah, and I'm just curious.
For those who may be new to us, that's how Dev goes.
Every day.
Dev will sit here and say 7-10. We'll go through them game by game. He'll say 12-5, and then he'll say we can
5 wins, baby.
All right, we're gonna do this.
We're going to do this.
We're gonna do this, Dev.
God, we got another
skins in 10.
Hold on. So here's something I noticed right off the bat. Another late buy.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love late buy. I love late buy weeks.
Some people like them, some people don't. I like them because it kind of gets you ready for the
Plus, by then we already know who's
stretch
on our
runs,
team
but
is
at the same
important.
time, if we're rolling, we're going to be rolling through a lot. Well, not really.
Yeah,
it's tough schedule.
That statement.
Well, let's go through week by week. I'd be
Tough
interested
schedule.
to see what people say, and let's do our calculate. We're not a cumulative record. I want to do game by game.
No, I'm going to keep a cumulative record. 1 second here.
Hold on, man. How are you going to do this now, though? You know we're going to do this about 5 times this year before the season starts.
Hey, it's too early, Dev. That's exactly why we're going to do it now.
Call it way too early.
It's the way too early.
It's early as fuck. Schedule drop.
Yes, it is.
Early
AF prediction.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So yeah. I say we just do it. So, week 1, home opener. Put that on your calendar. If this is the game we're going to go to, Phil, you and I usually try to go to the home opener September 7th.
Yeah, I did make it last year.
Sunday. I'm going to call that a W. Dever Phil.
We need to beat about 30 points, bro.
So you're saying it's a W. Dub City. Phil?
I say it's a dub.
All right. Second week.
Yep.
GB facing Shy Guns away. Short week. Thursday night football.
Fuck out of here. We beat them too.
Wait. That's Thursday night? Yes, It is. Thursday night football.
I don't see where the Packers got tremendously better. W.
You're going W too, Dev? I'm going W as well. Yep. Week 3.
W.
Where's Rodney should come to the game. That would be fun. Little reunion. Week 3. Week 4.
W.
ATL. Michael Penix is going to have a little more time under his belt in Atlanta. We barely beat them in Atlanta last time.
I'm actually going to call this one a slight stumble, and I'm going to say L.
45 points on them dudes, dog.
Dev, you say W?
I don't know how good their team is.
Yeah, I'm going 45 points on them dudes, man.
I think they're going to be better than last year. Yeah, you're going W.
What do you think? What do you think,
man.
Steve?
Never lost.
They got some weapons. They got Bijan. They got Drake London. Kyle Pitts is coming around. I'm trying to remember who they got in the draft. I don't remember. That's the problem. I didn't research the teams here. So I'm just going to default to my stupidity and just say a W. I'm sorry. But Phil, I like where you're going with that. Away in LA, week 10. I'm sorry.
Chargers
5, October 5.
Chargers are a team on a decline. I'm going to say W.
Phil's going W versus the Chargers.
Yeah, I am too. They just run the ball well. Now, that's not the same Chargers team that airs it out. They don't have any receivers either.
Yeah.
They drafted a
receiver and drafted it.
Drafted some guys.
Keenan Allen's back over there.
No.
Yeah.
I ain't heard that. Is he really?
Yeah.
This is the first.
Keenan Allen's back in Los Angeles.
They got the white dude. What's his name? Is real good.
Lad McConkey.
Yeah, he's dope.
I wonder if we should be pulling up the rosters of these teams as we go through.
No, man, that takes too much time.
Too much work.
Yeah.
Well, there's not much.
We don't know who's going to be. We don't know who's going to be on the roster at the time, anyway.
No, we don't.
Are y'all both calling wins on this?
Chargers, yeah. All I'm saying is that based on who they got in free agency and who they drafted. That's all. Because I don't remember half of these draft picks these teams got, but that's all right. We'll keep going. Chicago. This is the game that many people are hyping up. Week 6.
That's at home, right?
That's at home versus Caleb Williams again. Now Chicago was never really that bad. They just broke out that Hail Mary. Did you guys see the article that just came out yesterday or today about Caleb Williams?
Yeah, about he didn't want to be there. The Bears,
him and his dad who are really working hard behind the scenes to get Minnesota to get to Minnesota, essentially, because I guess he had a really good relationship with Kevin McCarthy. He really vibed with them. He wanted to be drafted by the Vikings. And dumbass Chicago didn't do any research on any other quarterbacks. They like, all right, it's Caleb, nobody else. They didn't. And now for that to leak today, it just I want to see Caleb Williams do well as a DC product. But just stuff like this, he keeps piling up. And I wonder if the fans are going to turn on him now. Because they are all over his nuts at the moment. If you didn't know better, and we're still living rent free in their heads.
This is before the season though, so I don't. It's before last year. I don't know how that.
Yeah, but he may still not want to be there for all we know.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, new coach and everything, that may change his attitude, but that's excuse me. It's just be seen. So I say W.
You're saying W, Phil, Dev.
Yeah, W.
All right. Week 7.
Steve, what did you predict?
A W for that one.
Okay.
Week 7.
W.
Dallas.
W.
Is that at Dallas?
That's at Dallas. I'm gonna chalk up an L to this one. I'm gonna say L. I think the Cowboys are a little bit better. You're gonna have a healthy Dak.
Yeah, they got a little offense.
They got better on defense. So yeah, I'm gonna give this one to Dallas.
W.
All right. Week 8, away in Kansas City. Doug Donato saying we're gonna smack the Chiefs.
I feel like that too, but it's too good to be true. We lose. I feel like we're better than them this year as far as talent, in my opinion. All over from top to bottom, they got the man, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I think after you get by Kelsey and Mahomes, there's no one else. And the defensive, what's the name was Chris Jones.
Yeah.
After you get through them guys, if you would have put the top 10 players in that game, 3 through 10 is us.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go us. I think we got better players than them. I mean, no, I'm not gonna go us. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say we should win, but I think we get beat. I think that's the first loss.
Hey, Deb, did you say we were gonna beat the Cowboys?
Yeah, I think the Kansas City's the first loss.
I'm tracking it too, Phil. We can compare at the end. So, Phil, what are you saying for Kansas City?
I'm gonna say we take the L on that one.
Dev, you said win.
I think our first loss comes Kansas City.
Oh, now you say okay, loss. Yeah. All right, I also got the loss too. All right, Seattle
win. So
that Chicago Bears game, 8:15. Hold on, 8:15. I'm trying to see what day of the week that is. So we play the Bears on October 13th, which is a Monday Night Football. So that's a kind of short week going into Sunday. But hold up. Shotguns popping in. Y'all taking a damn L week 2. We all chose WWW.
You're playing in Green Bay too in September.
WWW.
We all chose W, by the way. But that's in September. All right, Shotguns. Ain't like we're going up there in December when it's cold.
The frozen tundra. Yeah. This is why
because no one is colder in the clutch than Jaden Daniels.
Well, this is why I don't. Like I said, these are kind of blind predictions because I don't know.
All over again.
Right. Okay. Guess I should probably start sharing this.
Green Bay ain't done shit this offseason that's impressed me. So how are you going to be better? Sorry.
Yeah.
Y'all going to be an 8-9 win team. Going to challenge for the playoffs. But in that division, not more.
Yeah. So Shotguns, if you could justify real quick how Green Bay got better, that would help us. I'm probably not going to change my prediction, but that would help. How did Green Bay get better? Whether it's through free agency or the draft, because I know we ain't fully tracking it or fully remember it. So all good. All right.
It's not cold in September. It's cool.
It's probably nice. Probably beautiful.
You live in Chicago. You should
know. When did I come up for the game?
The Carolina game?
Yeah.
It was still hot. It was
October.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool in October here. It's cold
Yeah,
all
but
Halloween.
he says it's cold in September in Green Bay. It's not cold.
It was still hot when you were here, Dev.
It felt good when I was there, but normally in October it's cold. I had a hoodie on the whole game.
Yeah, but it was hot. I was sweating my ass off.
Sun was
I was sweating my ass off.
I had a hoodie, but I put it on later on.
The sun was fucking.
Yeah,
like the first half of the game, the sun was kicking our ass.
Yeah, I remember. All right, let's go week 9. Week 9 in Seattle. So remember Seattle, Sam Darnold is now replaced Sam Howell in Seattle.
Sam Howell will go play him in Minnesota.
That's a home game. So we'll be coming off of a Chiefs loss, according to us. And so we're looking to rebound against Seattle. So Phil's saying a dub.
Steve, what do you say?
I'm saying a
Seattle
dub.
At home.
I'm saying a dub as well.
And we're gonna beat the Lions next week. Fuck them, like we did last time. Score 80 on them jokers, dog.
So you gonna have
they ain't got the coach no more than that offense gone, dog.
Okay, on Dev. So you're saying dub against Seattle?
Yep.
And Steve, you're saying dub against Seattle?
Yeah, I'm going dub. I need to get Ryan Elias set 2 December. Just no.
Somewhere I'm still gonna say we win 5 games out.
Ryan Elias, if we lose to the Bears, I'll paint my nails, bro.
Yeah, hey man, we don't want you to come out on our show. You know what I'm saying?
Steve, what's your opinion on the Lions game?
So,
Ryan Elias is going metrosexual for the loss.
Give me 1 second. 1 second.
Y'all heard him say it. We're gonna hold his feet to the fire. You got them blue and orange nails.
Sorry, excuse me. I'm choking over here. Lions. I think we're gonna take that.
Is someone smoke getting to you, Steve? Damn, nigga, what the fuck is going on?
Steve about joked and his voice.
No, my drink went down the wrong way. Excuse me. My bourbon went down the wrong.
Oh man,
you
got bourbon in the windpipe.
Yes, I did.
Steve sounded like he was at one of them Diddy parties.
Oh, damn. I think so. This Detroit game is going to be interesting. November 9th, 4:25. So November 9th, that's going to be Sunday. I guess you can call the 4. I mean, would you consider the 4 o'clock games nationally televised? There's only 2?
Which one's in Spain? That's the next one.
The next week. So I know the Detroit Lions are going to be out for blood, but it's going to be in our house this time. This is a tough one, man.
Yeah.
You guys both chose wins?
Yeah, because the only reason I think the Lions are going to be a different.
I think Detroit's going to be out for revenge.
I'm going to take the L. I'm going to take the L for this one.
I'm taking L too.
I don't know what their offense is going to look like without the coach, man. He called all the plays. The whole coaching staff left on offense.
Well,
I don't know what they're going to be.
As we heard, that offense was just as much what the hell's the guy's name? Dan Campbell as it is.
I didn't see it in Tennessee. Look, man, I like Dan Campbell. I like the Lions, man. They're a fun team to watch, and they're gonna be good. They're gonna have a good record at that point. But man, I don't know if they're gonna score 40-something points. What was going last time? We dropped almost 50 on them last time.
Yeah, but remember, we're gonna have to
score. Bird says bourbon never goes the wrong way. It does. It goes down your windpipe.
You are 100% correct. It's still burn though, even though
it'll burn if you try to breathe it.
Must not be no Kentucky bourbon.
Pretend. Oh, it was, man. This was some. This was.
Woodford's.
That was Buffalo.
I think this was Elijah Craig. But yes. So here we are. All right. So LW. Phil, you're saying W?
I'm saying L.
L. Okay.
We gotta lose a home game at some point.
We got to.
We ain't dog.
No.
I don't know.
I didn't say we're losing many. We gotta lose. We're gonna lose one.
You make some good point. That Detroit game is what everyone is waiting for from their side of the house.
Yeah, we're the rematch for them. They won't. It'll be a good podcast because we're gonna have the Lions guys on, and hopefully they'll be dope.
The Lions, and the Bears.
It'll be my favorite week, I think.
We tanked the entire season for the Bears. We ended what the Lions thought was a Super Bowl run. Half of the NFC North hates us right now.
We should do a barbershop that week to have the Lions guys on.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
Get them drunk and see how they really feel. All right. Dolphins in Madrid. W.
So we're on to Spain?
Yes.
Yeah.
Madrid, Spain. Hold on. That's on November 16th. Sunday, 9:30 a.m. This is like Hawaii time. So if you ever know someone who lived in Hawaii, they wake up and football starts the second they wake up. And it's done by lunchtime. How awesome is that?
Who wakes up at 9:30 on a Sunday unless you're actually going to church?
Right. Or if you have kids. But yes.
Mine's grown.
I'm taking the W in this one. We're gonna go on international.
Miami. I think Miami's window is closed for them to be a serious contender. Maybe it'll be a wild card team. That's about it.
I wake up 6 every morning.
I feel like. Do you think the W against Miami?
I'm gonna say no, and here's why. Not that I think Miami's better than us. I just think it'll be an emotional. We're gonna have an emotional letdown the next week after we beat the Lions, and then we got a bye week. I think that's the week we have one of those. We get caught slipping week 11.
Slipping.
So yeah, I feel like
slip.
I feel like if the gods are still favoring us, they owe us for the London game against the Bengals in 2016. So I'm saying dub.
Fair. Just a reminder, everyone, if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that like button for us. We would greatly appreciate it. The clicks don't cost a thing, like J-Lo said.
One thing I haven't noticed. We ain't played the Eagles yet.
No,
we're gonna get to that.
The last 3 weeks,
NFL, the NFL did this on purpose, and I know why.
Bullshit.
They did that last year, didn't they? Basically, with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of. No, not this year, but it was the year before they did.
They put all of them in a row this year, right? Was it the Giants, Cowboys? Just like this year, they got all the division games in a row.
They got Giants, Eagles, Cowboys, Eagles.
Wow, man.
Yeah, it's a gauntlet. So the next week we'll get a very well-deserved bye. So at the bye week 12, good place to have a bye, right? International game. You're a little bit over halfway. But so far, how many short weeks do we have? You have the second week of the season is a short game, right?
Week 7 by a day. Well, no, yeah, it is because the week before is a long week.
Yeah, the Chiefs game, that's technically only 6 days because you're playing Monday Night Football.
The Cowboy, no.
Week 8 to 11. Week 8 is an 8:15 Monday night game.
Yeah, but look before that. You said the Chiefs game was a short week.
No, after the Chiefs game. Week 11. That's a short week. 2 short weeks.
So we got 3 short week games.
Well, yeah, then you go to Christmas time. Yeah, 3. So 3 short weeks. I don't know if that's standard.
But we have 2 long weeks too.
Yeah.
Because you got between the Packers and Raiders, and then you got an extended week between Dallas and the Chiefs.
Right. Shy Guns with the question. Steve and Phil, can you come to the game September 11th? Ooh, that's a Thursday night game.
Yeah, that's my daughter's birthday too.
Ooh.
One of my daughters.
I don't know if I could. If it were a weekend game, there'd be a better chance I could make it. I have to keep my leave days blocked off because I have stuff that takes me out of town that's not work related during the week, certain weeks.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I may travel this year. But I'm just not sure where I'm traveling. I'm certainly not going to Madrid after Carmi's story.
Yeah, Shy Guns, I will let you know, man. I can't make any promises with my kids' schedules.
Yeah, going to Green Bay would be cool. I want to,
and I don't think it would be that expensive, like flights and everything. So
the thing is, Green Bay is not near the Dells, and that's the only thing in Wisconsin I want to go see.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I'm with you. Okay. So hold up. What was the Miami consensus? Phil, you and I said W. Phil, Dev, you said L?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they're going to.
That's fair. All right. Bye week, Denver. Denver at home.
Smash them.
Dub.
Hulk smash.
Agree.
That's gonna be pretty cool to watch the Knicks.
I think Bo Nix is going to be a really good quarterback.
I want to bring Brandon Parma from That's Good Sports on this podcast. Before that, I want to talk. Here's the thing: I'm going to talk so much shit on him, and he's going to probably agree. He's like the most pessimistic, optimistic fan of that team. But nonetheless, yeah, I think Denver's going to get wrecked.
I don't know if they're going to get.
Yeah, Bo Pick's going to be Mo Picks. Bo Nix going to be Mo Picks.
I think it'll be a good one regardless. That could be a good little rivalry. Okay, that's Denver. 14, Minnesota. Looks like J.J. McCarthy will get the reins if he's healthy. Or how, maybe we'll see. I'm not sure how J.J. McCarthy's coming along on his rehab. But
Dub.
Hold up. That November 30th game, that's a Sunday. So Sunday Night Football. Okay, Sunday Night Football, 8:15. Going into a next Sunday, 1 p.m. Okay, Minnesota. I mean, they still got Jettis. They still got Jordan Addison. Quarterback situation is.
I'm going to say they squeak out an L.
You think Washington? You're going to give a loss to Washington on that one?
I'm going to give a loss to. Yeah, I think we lose that one.
All right, I'm going to go W. What about you, Dev? Being way optimistic. I never do this.
Oh, Dev, yeah. Minnesota.
New York Giants in New York.
By the way, Steve, did you say it was going to be a W?
I did.
That's my son's favorite team, by the way, Minnesota. He loves them guys.
Yeah. New York Giants.
Yeah.
Dub.
Dev.
Yeah, I got us beating the Giants. Foul shizzle. Smack the fuck out of them. I'm never going to have us losing them again after we beat them.
Yeah. But before that, you were like, I'm never going to pick us to win until we beat them.
Yeah.
What do you say, Steve?
I'm really teetering on this one. I just feel, you just lose those ones you're not supposed to lose.
Yeah.
I know they should beat them. I'm going to chalk this one as an L. Go ahead. Not for nothing else, but brain farts and stupidity.
Yeah, but one of these days, Daniel's gonna have a bad game, bro.
It's bound to happen.
It has to happen.
It's bound to happen, right? He hasn't had a horrible game yet.
Yeah, he's either looked average or great.
Yeah, which is pretty crazy considering what we've been through at quarterback.
The motherfucker got rookie of the week every week, but one, and that was a bye week, I think.
Yeah, man. Shit.
That's wild.
Shit. All right. Where are we at? We're at Philadelphia at home. September 20th. So the time is to be determined. Why is a December 20th game? That's a Saturday game.
Flex it in case it means something.
It's a Saturday game, but they always mean something. The last three. I don't know why they're flexing a Saturday game. Maybe you're right. There's playoff implications. Who's implications? But we're at home versus Philly.
L.
Phil's calling the L on this one.
Yeah, I think we lose this one. No, I'll take it back. I think we win this one, lose the next. So I'll go ahead and say it. I think. Yeah.
Steve, what are you thinking?
I'm picking W for this one. All right, so we went WWL on that one. Dallas Christmas Day super short holiday or super short. This is the third short iteration, so this is super short. We'll go from December 20th to Thursday, from Saturday to Thursday on Christmas Day.
Hey, at least it's Saturday to Thursday, and not Sunday to Thursday.
That's true. So you get an extra day built in there. But this is Dallas at home, week 17. I already picked us losing to Dallas away. I think we're all trying. Does anyone want to pick this one?
I'll take the loss on it. What did I have on the Eagles? A win or a loss on this one?
Yeah, you said
win this first Eagle game.
I'm gonna go
against the Eagles.
I'm gonna go loss on Cowboys on the second one since I just won the first one. So we split them.
All right, I'm gonna take the loss on this one. I got us getting swept by Dallas. Now that I look back, that's all right. What about you, Phil?
I'm so split on this one.
Dallas, even in their worst of times, man, they played
you
us
know
hard
what?
last year.
L.
All right.
Because I have us beating them on the road.
That's fair.
I think. What do I have them doing the first time?
Winning.
Yeah. You know what? No, switch that to a dub. Switch
W. Phil with the W. Okay.
Overtime.
We're gonna sweep Dallas.
All right. Week 18, Philadelphia in Philadelphia.
I got a loss.
It's either going to be January 3rd or January 4th, which is Saturday or Sunday. I'm going L. Phil's Dev's going L. Phil
W.
W. All right. That's the consensus. So for me, I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
I have them right here.
I got us going 12-6.
No, 11-6.
Shit, I said 12-6. You're right, 11-6. Because my math is
Steve
Asian guy can't do math over here.
I ended up going 12-5 for a repeat. I thought it was going to be 11-6. I'm literally was picking 10-7, 11-6. When we get closer to the season, we'll have a better idea. Dev. 13-4.
Yeah. But this year,
we're gonna do it too.
Realistically, we can do it. Previous years he did it.
Is everybody? Here's the thing. In the end, I don't look at our schedule and go, "Oh my god!" And maybe because we're better, I don't look at this as some murderer's row of teams.
Yeah. All right. So final scores. I got us at 11-6, 13-4 for Dev, 12-5 for Phil. Not bad. Although I could have probably flipped that Dallas one and put us at 12-5, but I just went with the L. I'll hold on to these. Maybe we'll put this out on social media and just for archives.
My optimism is that I have us going 5-1 in the division. I
mean, we all essentially picked them to start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-0. -1 for you, Phil. Dev and I have us. Yeah. Dev is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-0. 7-0.
I got us going 6-0. Here's the thing: if we go 6-7-0 to start the season, our fan base is going to be so beautifully annoying to the rest of the league.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is that that the league is the fans of other teams in the league are very split. You have half of the fans of other teams in this league that look at us and are like, "Good for you guys. Y'all really stuck this out." Look at Tree when we talked to Tree on Monday. Like, he really felt for us. Like, hey, you all have been going through it for decades. It's like, and you stuck with your team. You deserve this, right?
Yeah.
You got the other half of the league, which is like, no, they get nothing. Screw them. They got to be miserable forever. No, they can never have nice things. It's like,
that's how I feel.
God.
By the way, if you haven't seen it yet, go back and watch our stream we did last week with old urinating Tree. If you haven't seen it,
not last week.
I'm sorry, Monday. Monday. The last show we did. Go check it out. It was fun, man. Tree's a good dude. Huge social media influence on YouTube, man. Go check it out. It was great to talk to. Funny dude. So make sure you guys go check that out. 11-6 for me, 13-4 for Dev, 12-5 for Phil. I wouldn't say none of those are too crazy. I think we did pretty good.
I mean, it's definitely not Dev predicting us to win 5 games, and then when we do this, he ends up with 12.
Yeah,
we all
go the opposite way.
But that time, Dev had us with the most wins. This time, Dev has the most wins. Dev, for someone who can be very pessimistic on this team, you always have optimism this time of year. Like, you're always like, Dev is always ready to be ready for the other shoe to drop. But then when we go through this stuff game by game, he's like, "Oh, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. We're gonna win."
Yeah,
and I like that, Dev. Keep that optimism.
I think
everywhere in your life.
You always got a shot until kickoff. You know what I'm saying?
You do.
So everybody has a shot this time of year. Yeah, everybody has a shot this time of year, man.
To the fat lady sing.
Slick with the kicks asks a question.
What up, Slick?
He says, how the heck the Jets don't get a single primetime game, and the Cowgirls and the Kansas City Chiefs have like 10 Monday night and Sunday night games? The nerve, yo. All right.
Yeah.
First of all, Kansas City is the darlings of the league. They still are. Even though they lost Super Bowl to Philly, no one likes Philly. Philly's a poor representation of humanity. So therefore, you got to go with your next best option, which is the team that came in second, which is the Chiefs. That's why the Chiefs get it. Dallas gets it because people still buy Dallas jerseys. Because America's team. America. You know. Now, I watched a documentary by Brandon Parna, actually, from Denver, that he did. It was an hour-long documentary about the 90s Cowboys, and he says if that team existed today, they would have banned them from the league. Because he went into a deep dive on what that team did. So I don't know why people – I mean, I get it, but it's like I don't understand the America's team label anymore. I don't understand why there is such a massive amount of Cowboys fans. Why is it that other teams' fan bases come and go, but Cowboys fans stay diehard for when they have no geographical attachment to the team? They have no recency bias to the team because it's not like teams won any championships recently. I don't understand why that has not faded, but like Chiefs fans will come and go. You know, Seahawks fans have suddenly disappeared. Remember when everybody was a Seahawks fan?
Oh, 12 strong. Like, dude, where have y'all been? We were the original 12th man. If you remember, at the 1987 Super Bowl, our beloved Washington Redskins did the song the 12th man. You remember we played it on here.
Yeah, we were the 12th man before.
We were the original 12th man. So
exactly. Now,
just saying.
Now, you see that, and it's like, but I really think that's because the Dallas Cowboys fans are like cockroaches. If you turn on the lights, they scatter. And the lights showing them how crappy their team is.
You need a sound effect for like cockroaches, man. I don't got.
You need a sound of something.
What does cockroaches sound like?
I don't know.
Dev, why don't you tell us what
cockroach milk is it related to cockroach milk?
I was gonna say, Dev, what do cockroach milk? What's going to sound like when you milk a cockroach?
I don't know.
You're the one who brought that up.
Years
ago.
I'm just trying to think of their wings fluttering.
Roaches have wings? What the?
Yeah, they have little. They don't fly, but they have
cockroaches.
Yeah, they have. Yes, they do.
No.
Yes, they do. The roaches have wings.
Anyway,
many species of cockroaches have wings, Dev, but they don't fly. So there you go.
That's weird.
Yes.
So
it's true.
Just Cowboys fans don't fly.
Yeah. Shotguns 10-6, bro. You're missing a game there. 17 game season now.
17 game season.
Yeah.
So are you predicting? And who are you predicting? Are you talking about your Packers or are you talking about us? And I know who he's talking about. 19-1. So he says going into the Super Bowl.
Early on, I believe Yam said 11-6. I'm just writing these down. So
if you think about it, it's crazy. It does take 20 games minimum to play to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Hey Jim, did you how's your cousin Nick doing? Is he still doing well? I have to ask. I hope he's doing.
Question.
I hope your cousin Nick is doing good. All right, that's a schedule grab, guys. That was fun. Way too early predictions. Like I said, it's all. I don't even know. Oh, Jimmy. All right. Scot McCloughan. If you got whoa. First, I gotta go back. So we just did our schedule prediction, but there is a prediction for odds. Okay, odds
on 2027. Oh,
no, sporting odds for the.
What are we talking about? Why does your thing say 2027?
It auto corrected. I knew it after I did it. I didn't even.
I was about to say, whoa, what?
2027
Caught me by surprise.
Yeah, 2025 is a typo. But these are the odds for all the games. So we went through and rolled through these, right? We're 7.5 point favorites at New York Giants.
Okay, so let's see who the odds have us winning.
Yeah,
7.5 against the Giants. 1.5 point dogs at Green Bay. Now, do we factor in the 3-point home field?
And if you do, that's Washington by 1.5. Vegas, big.
We'll go straight up. So that's 1-1.
All right, Vegas, big time win.
2-1.
Atlanta, another 3.5.
3-1.
Chargers, they got us same thing as Green Bay, even
3-2.
Chicago -4.5. They got us beating them pretty good. Dallas,
got us beating them.
We are
2.5 point favorites.
2.5 points. I got the L for that one. Chiefs, they gave us 3.5 at KC. That's
close to pick them.
Yeah. Seattle.
Hold up, and that's KC getting a 3-point bump.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Seattle.
I like the respect so far.
Yeah. -5.5 at home for Seattle. That's a good one for us.
Look like we ain't supposed to really lose no games.
Detroit -1.5 at home. So that's a pick 'em. That's a
we don't go undefeated, bro.
Miami, they got it. That's the odds on this one really don't matter because it's in fucking Spain.
But it doesn't matter. I mean, that's straight up. That's a neutral field.
Exactly. Denver, they're giving us 2.5 at home. Minnesota, they're giving us
1.5 at Minnesota.
Giants -4.5 in New York, so we're getting lucky there. Philly 1.5 +1.5, so they got Philly in our house +1.5. Christmas Day -5.5 versus the Cowboys. Oof. Me and Dev picked to lose that game. And then 4.5 at Philly. They're not looking too favorable for that game for us.
12-5.
Pretty close. Pretty close. Phil, you could have it. Excuse the 2027 typo.
That just threw me off. I was like,
yeah.
We're taking bets on who's playing in 2027?
Yeah, you got me. You done got me.
The sports books are getting a little too nuts with that.
I know, little far in advance there, but
I mean, look, if it's straight up, no factoring in different things, they're predicting 12-5 for us as well, which is good. Vegas, let me tell you this: Vegas usually they get it right for a reason.
Yeah.
Now, occasionally, you gotta get the little smell test out there because sometimes they'll throw a line out there that's like, whoa, and it's a little too good to be true.
What do
it
you
probably is. It's their way of baiting you into betting, and then they bet against the spread.
Of course. Sucks you in, and there you go. All right. A little bit of Scot McCloughan action here very quickly for those that did not see it. So Scot McCloughan was on the Kevin Sheehan show today. I never disliked Scot McCloughan. Allegedly, he was run out of town. Dan Snyder and old Brucifer said that he was still drinking in his office and shit. But look at what he said. He wanted to draft Stefon Diggs in the 4th round, but was overridden by Dan Snyder. He always had the good interest of the team in mind. Could you imagine that? We had Stefon Diggs.
What year was Stefon Diggs drafted? Hold on.
What was that, 2016?
I want to know who we took instead.
Stefon Diggs draft year was 2015.
Okay.
Who do we take in 2015? 2015.
He was taken in the 5th round. So we were in the lower end of the 4th round because we had won the division. We had gone to the playoffs.
10 players that round. 4th. Martrell Spate. We picked Martrell Spate.
Hold up, though. Or was that where we got Jamison Crowder?
Jamison Crowder was in the 4th round.
4th round.
Pick 105. But we also had pick 112. We also
got Ari Quanjo. Oh my God.
Stefon Diggs was 146. That's 3 picks we could have had. We got Crowder at 105, Quanjo at 112, and Spade at 141.
This is when we swung the trade for Deshaun, wasn't it? It was after this draft, wasn't it?
Deshaun.
Or was that 2014?
Jackson?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I'm going to give me just a moment. I'll tell you.
I think he only played with us from 16 17, right?
He played 14, 15, 16.
14, 15, 16.
So we had gotten him the previous year. That's right.
Yeah. But still, man, we could have had Stefon Diggs. And this is the same episode we got Matt Jones. Shout out to Matt Jones, friend of the show. I haven't talked to him forever, but 3rd rounder on Matt Jones. Crazy, man. Crazy. That would have changed the trajectory of this team for a while, I believe.
Think so? Because who would have been thrown to him?
I mean, remember Scott
Gruden was coach.
Yeah,
maybe the offense was all right when Jay Gruden was there.
Remember,
Sean McVay was calling the plays. So
Scot McCloughan tried to get Kirk Cousins signed. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
For $20 million.
Scot McCloughan wanted to sign Kirk Cousins to George Allen, or sorry, not rest in peace, George Allen. Bruce Allen's like, no. We could have had Kirk Cousins at $19 million a year.
Yeah. I think it was even cheaper. I want to say Scot McCloughan offered him something like 3 years at like 13 or 14. Early in his tenure when Scott first got there, because he saw the vision with Kirk. And they said no. And that's when Kirk went on to do 2 years of franchise tags? Was it 2 years?
Yeah, we could have had Diggs over Martrell Spate. Jesus, guys.
Crazy. And it was before the $20 million first time franchise tag, which is 2016 was the first year Kirk got his franchise tag deal. That's such bullshit, man. I believe he tried to get him on a low term deal.
This team could have been where it is now years ago.
Yeah.
But they did everything wrong.
We would have been ahead.
You had an owner who couldn't stop meddling. You had a GM who was just the walking personification of evil.
Yeah.
You had a coach who was a drunken idiot. But you had great coordinators and potentially could have great, and that's why Scot McCloughan was coming to fix Bruce Allen's evilness. But if I had to work hand in hand with Bruce Allen, I'd probably drink on the job too.
Can't blame him. For whatever reason he was run out of town, we don't know. We just don't know. But all right. Next topic for y'all. Mama Daniels. So Ryan brought this up on Monday. We really didn't get a chance to talk about it with Tree on the show, but we would be remiss if we didn't talk about it now. So Jaden Daniels' mom, Miss Jackson, she's getting a lot of flack. For you guys know that she's a huge part of his life. She's his agent. She keeps him on a straight arrow. She's everywhere he goes. You've seen the video footage of was it at the NBA All-Star game? She was that whole thing got twisted. Now some people say like that was her original seat, and then the girl slid over to talk to Jaden, and when she came back, she got her seat back. But that got turned into Jaden's mom being a cock block. You know what I mean? And then he's on a date here, last week, and his mom is in the Escalade, right there with him. But we're going to show here a video clip from the pivot here. But many agents are also, take away the mom thing, but many agents are also always with their athletes as well. That's normal. It just so happens his mom is Asian. And this next clip we're going to play kind of shows why she does what she does. I'm not opposed to it.
By the way, it's the reason why we all know.
Yes, it's exactly it. I mean, I'll let you read this right here. ML Football, Jaden Diaz's mom, for the audio crowd who's going to catch us on the podcast tomorrow. She's protecting her son from women who want to be with him and take his millions.
Jaden going to protect his mama from me. No, I was joking. I'm joking.
Joking.
I may not be.
Instagram is back to discontinuing our live stream after 1 hour. They didn't used to do that. Now they're back to doing it again. So Instagram,
going to YouTube.
You guys are killing me, man. You guys used to be an under hour. Now you're over. Now you're at the cutoff at the hour. I thought y'all fixed it. Now you're back to just screwing us all over.
Your shenanigans.
Whatever, Instagram.
Shenanigans.
Okay, so, let's listen to this clip here. It's very short.
He expounds on it very well.
Yep. Mama Jackson.
I'm going to have moments where I'm going to tell you to pause.
All right.
You know, you were very honest about protecting him. You said predators, also protecting him from women who can be predators. And we've seen that all through sports. We see it after their careers. We see it in business. Being the good woman you are, also raising a daughter, why have you been so diligent about protecting Jaden from the wrong woman?
So first and foremost, I have a meme out there, and it's funny. So I can't laugh. I can only laugh about it. But the whole girls comment was made, first of all, 2 years when he was at LSU, and it was a.
LSU is kind of notorious too for having very high profile women on IG.
Yeah, his mama. Hey, Daniel's mama looked at him and said, "No bonnets."
His mama got the IG password. At least
his mama said if she got a bonnet, you don't want it. That's messed up.
At least to the account that everyone knows. He probably has a burner private one for friends and family, but the public facing one. Oh, she's running that because she sees that shit coming in on those DMs, and she's seeing all the titty and twat pics that these little thoughts are sending them, hoping just to mooch a couple million off of him off of a case.
That's
of course,
it.
you know, if he doesn't pay up, that's when the allegations begin. She knows. Smart woman. Go ahead.
The question asked, like, what is your biggest fear? And that should be every parent's biggest fear. That should be, if you're a star athlete and you're a female in WNBA, that should be your biggest fear is, the men or, the women, because you're a public figure and, your dollar amount is associated with your name. So you never know who really is there for you and who's really against you. And our thing is like,
Max.
I want Jaden to date. I don't want everybody to say I'm putting it on record. My son can date. He can live freely, makes his own decisions. However, the relationship we have, he does value my opinion because, when my kids were little, I did a lot for them. So, and my kids saw that. My father, my background, I worked too hard to allow anybody at any moment to come in.
First thing, I did laugh when she went, if you're a WNBA player, you got to worry about the men and the women.
Yeah, and the women. Caveat.
She caught herself like, oh, wait.
Caveat.
High population of a certain, there. I just thought it was funny. I heard that catch. Good on you. See, she is media trained.
She knows. She's smart.
What she's talking about, right? I think a lot of it is that look where he is now with her guidance.
Unlike Cassie, who's just regularly trained.
Well, apparently Cassie is, instead of being potty trained, she's trained to be a potty. But anyway.
Oof.
Clip that.
Talk is cheap, motherfucker.
All right.
No, what I was going to say is that this is the thing that's kind of going unspoken with what she said there. Look where Jaden is and look at his public image. Look at everything, right? People like Jaden as a person, as a player, as everything, right? He developed, he stayed in school, all that. with her guidance. I think that he values her opinion not just because that's his mom. That's because she hasn't steered him wrong yet.
Yeah.
Right. He's where he is based upon his talent, his intelligence, but he's young. He needs guidance. And the most important person,
stay focused. Stay focused.
She has given him the guidance.
That's right.
That he is needed. So and you know what? Because as his success grows, I'm sure her guidance is going to fade over time as he becomes an older, as he gets older.
Yeah.
But she has not steered him wrong yet.
Yep.
And because of that, I don't see a problem with this. She is the opposite of everybody talks about LeVar Ball because he did a lot for getting his kids' profiles, getting them big money. But none of his kids really panned out the way they were hyped to be.
LaMelo,
right?
LaMelo's fucking dope. He's averaging like 28 points a game. He's good, man. He's a good point.
Yeah, but he can't see. I don't know.
He's good. The rest of the other ones,
he took a while to develop, though.
He did.
But I think that some of that, the balls got stunted.
Yeah. Hey, breaking news. Washington Capitals lose to the Hurricanes 3-1. Hurricanes have advanced to the next round of the playoffs. The Hurricanes scored twice in the final 2 minutes. That game was going to overtime and 3-1 final score. I hate to say it, but I did pick the Hurricanes to beat the Caps in my office pool. Shame on me. But I just thought the Hurricanes were the better team, unfortunately.
I don't think they are the better team.
They're better now. I
think they had the better game plan.
Their trajectory was they got hot at the right time. Sorry, that one ran on hockey, but sad. Great season for the.
I wanted a Winnipeg, Washington Stanley Cup final so bad, and yet both teams are going to be out because Winnipeg's down 3-1 in their series. The two best records in the league, the best in the East, the best in the West, both will be gone before the conference finals.
Yep. And for the record, LaMelo averaging 25.2 points per game, 7 assists a game, and 5 rebounds. So 25.
He is definitely, I guess, picked up. But he struggled early, dude.
He's good, man.
He struggled early, and Lonzo never panned out.
Nope. And neither did Jello. Got the one that got caught stealing in China, and he was like.
But look at other athletes who had very overbearing, involved parents. Tom Marinovich.
Yeah, the robot dad, Robert Griffin, the robot. Robot kids. Athletes. Tom Marinovich is a sad story too. But all right, let's press on with this. We got another minute and a half of it,
and just take it away. So I have a view of what I feel a good person is. And, but my son is 24 and he does have to go through things and he has to learn on his own. And, he's a great kid and I'm thankful for him. He's, not like some of these other guys, he's really to himself. He's a homebody. He just really is. He's really loves sports. Like he really is. So I'm trying to work on his afterlife after sports because at some point it does end. And I don't want him to just be like, now what do I do? So I want to keep him involved in the world and, have opened up a lot of doors. Like I'm in charge of his foundations. We're trying to build facilities and, back in his hometown that are going to help the youth and things like that. So that's what I'm in charge of.
And the one thing about this being his mom and not just an agent like what's the power agent in the NFL?
Lee Steinberg.
No, isn't there another one? It's not
Rosenberg.
Drew Rosenhaus.
Drew Rosenhaus.
Yeah.
It's not a Drew Rosenhaus thing where
Lee Steinberg's the second biggest agent.
Damn, that was like a motorcycle or something that.
Nah, dude, across the street got a Hellcat.
Oh, that was nice. I heard it through here. Anyways, she has his best interest in mind. It's not, I'm going to do this so I can get a, 15% flat commission rate. You heard what she said. I'm trying to prepare him for life after football. Like there's genuine love in what she's doing. It is in his best interest for what she's doing. Where if it's a real agent, you can never assume it's in their best interest. It's in the agent's best interest that this happens. So
see, a lot of parents who get involved, they think about the right now. It's
yeah,
all about the right now.
She's thinking about the after with the foundation.
She's like him think about the right now.
Yeah.
Getting him, and helping him set up a long-term vision for his life.
Exactly. I love it. I love it.
No, and if as she said, he's a homebody and he loves the sport.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
that's what I want, because that means that's what he's focused on.
Yeah, and he's not out and about,
He's not stretching himself thin taking care of these things. She's taking care of it. She's a very smart woman.
Yeah.
You listen to her talk. She knows her shit. Y'all, anybody talking shit about Mama Five, put some respect on her name. She is doing great work with this kid.
Yep. Let's see what else she has to say.
On top of his everyday business dealings, and like I said, dealing with creative teams. I'm dealing with the creative side. I'm doing the storybooks and how we're positioning him, and all this other stuff. So it's not just about you guys seeing me out and thinking we're just like hanging party.
I mean, there are like so many pieces of the way people sort of try to attack you or critique you. There are all of these moments on social media. There are these viral moments that people use to sort of pick apart who you are, your proximity to Jaden, and kind of what that means. What do you say about some of those moments?
The context is always put out. It's unfortunate we're in a world now where clickbait is it, right? I mean, I'm on TikTok and I'm like, man, I'm on TikTok and I'm like, God, and it takes a lot out of you to not respond, because some of this stuff you're just like, you just want to go full fledged. I mean, I'm getting tagged on Twitter. I'm getting threatened. It's like nuts. It's crazy.
She said it's Twitter, man. It's all Twitter. It's such a dark damn place, man. Twitter.
I don't know. YouTube comment sections can be brutal too.
It's pretty bad. All right, 20 more seconds and we'll wrap this up.
All because of I'm a mom that protects my son, and I don't have a problem with it. I hold to it, but the narratives don't need to be painted even worse. But like I said earlier, it's new to them. Like, what parent is certified and handling all their kids' business affairs that's a top 2 athlete right now?
None. Not a
You know who's dating on her?
Who's that?
It's a combination of 2 things. Dudes who never had a mama.
Yeah.
And girls who have daddy issues.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Those are the 2.
Yeah.
Because the girls with daddy issues tend to be the ones who are trying to leech on.
Yeah.
And the dudes that have mamas, they don't know how to respect women because they weren't raised by one.
Nope.
And so they immediately get like that, and they try to get ultra macho. All right. See that and I remember I was a little concerned because when he was first drafted, because all you heard was his mom is very involved with his career and everything else, and I was like, I just, that was more triggering PTSD from Rob and other players too, who that's happened. I'm like, oh no,
right,
no, not again. You get that vibe. But then when you listen to her talk, it's like, all right, she's involved for all the right reasons. It ain't because she's trying to live vicariously or leech off of her son. I'm to kind of get the vibe he'll make sure she's taken care of no matter what. Anyway.
Yeah. Marcus says no issues.
I'm going to defend this one until I have a reason not to. I
agree.
I will hate for Mama 5 and I'm going to say this dude. Is he single? So am I. Yeah, Mama 5.
Hey, Mama 5. Marcus said, I don't have any issues with her. She's handling off-field things while he can focus on his game. That's right. Real quick, speaking on the note of the Capitals, on the somber moment, maybe this will brighten our day. More Commanders.
Earlier tonight, more Washington Commanders at the game in a suite this time. Last time they were on the floor. They're on the floor.
Right on the ice. But this time they're up in a suite. I see Sam Hartman.
Watch Hartman. Hartman's
going to is that Brandon Coleman?
Yeah.
Dude, Hartman is such a frat boy. I hope he never leaves. I can't make out the rest of these dudes. Is that Brandon Coleman? I don't know who that is.
I think is that. Are you sure it's not Tunsil? Or not Tunsil, but
I think it might be Tunsil.
No.
Light skin dude with dreads.
Yeah, but Connerly's the light skin dude with dreads, isn't he? Does Connerly have dreads? No, Connerly got like the baby fro.
Connerly might be that dude behind him in the back corner.
I mean, Sheldon Day has dreads.
Go to the back. If you look in the back, that might be Connerly in the back corner, right there in the back. You see
it ain't Lulu.
See him right there in between, right there. That look like Connerly in the back corner, right?
That's a lineman, though.
It's not Johnny. It's not Johnny Newton, is it?
No, that's a.
No, it ain't Johnny Newton.
Marcus Edelman says.
Brandon Coleman.
That is Brandon Coleman. I didn't know Coleman had dreads. I never paid attention to hairstyles. I got too much going on already. Marcus Edelman says Sam Hartman will be an actor soon. Sam Hartman going to go on a Young and the Restless and make all y'all's moms voice.
General Hospital with Stephen.
You know what? It is Brandon Coleman. I believe it's Brandon Coleman. I think
it makes sense. You know, they came in on the same rookie class and all.
That's good. There we go. Deluxe by Brandon Coleman. See, I thought he's the only one that I could think that it looked remotely like him. The light skin with the dreads, but I couldn't pick out.
I didn't know Coleman had dreads. I've only seen him with a helmet on. I don't look at faces on. I don't look at roster faces anymore, so I couldn't recognize a lot of these dudes in the lineup. Kind of like to keep it that way. I don't know.
That's fair. That's where you keep it professional. Make sure you guys hit that like button for us on YouTube. We greatly appreciate it. Just got done talking about what do we think about Jaden Daniels' mom. I think we're all pretty cool with it here. And we like to wrap up and talk about some reminders about the key offseason dates as we continue to progress through this NFL offseason. So we just had the rookie mini camps that happened over last weekend that carried through Mother's Day. So it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You saw all the social media posts. We didn't really talk about it Monday, but it happened. You saw a lot of the footage on the team website. Pretty cool. I do want to ask you guys, not talking about this, but did you guys see the team's schedule release videos?
Yes.
I was not a fan of it.
I wasn't. No, the Commander's Tycoon.
I didn't like it. I'm not a Sims guy.
I did, but I grew up during an era which a lot of people. I never had the game, but I had friends that did. So we played it over their house. Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's something that really a lot of kids that came up in the 90s, 2000s, they did play. So there is something there.
But they made this one after. I like this one better. Raiders.
Pause it for a second. As someone who has to do a lot of scrolling in and out with his own systems at work, this drove me insane.
You're like,
I'm sitting there like, I
can't deal with it. I can't deal with it.
Start doing stuff with my mouse. Like,
I know your mouth. Yeah, I'm with you. All right. Chargers. Bears. Cowboys. Okay. Oh.
Chiefs. Arrowhead.
Seattle. Fish Market.
Yeah. Lions. Dolphins game in
bye week. There's Denver. Music is so loud. The Vikes.
Giants.
Yep. Yeah, go Birds. There you go.
I don't understand what they're going for here.
And they use Rocky. Yeah.
I didn't understand what they were going for with that, though.
Yeah.
Is there something that I'm missing? Some sort of cultural deal? I think I like the Tycoon one.
I don't know. Apparently, there's a lot of good videos. The Cardinals apparently had like some dude rapping theirs. I don't know if you saw that, Dev. The Cardinals schedule this video had a rapper in it. The Falcons did Mario Kart. The Ravens, like everyone had their own thing.
Chargers did one in Minecraft.
They did, yes, and then so did Indianapolis, and they deleted theirs because it exceeded their use with Microsoft allegedly. and yeah, apparently it had something to do with Tyreek Hill as well. I don't know, but
what the fuck? They using a fake license?
I don't know. The Browns had a weird one. They had this troll doing like I have all the videos right here. We're not gonna watch them, but it's on a thread. The Cowboys used what's his name? Micah Parsons doing fun things to release theirs. Broncos used kids. The Lions, pretty respectful. Packers, shotguns. What did y'all do? Packers did some cheesy acting skit with their employees. It was so bad. But if you guys want it, I can post the link in the chat if you would like to see it. I'll just post it now. So someone went through PFN 365 went through and compiled all the videos in one thread, so you can watch every team's videos start to finish. There you go. We work harder so you don't have to. That's right. All right, gents. I think we're gonna wrap it up. I don't think we got a Paul Rudd moment this week, which that's okay. We don't have to have one. But that's the music. Make sure I'm not drowning underwater this time. I'm sure I probably am.
No.
Okay. I think I just have to speak through the mic to get through on the initial, but yeah, that was a schedule release, guys. Just a reminder. If you want to throw your own generic records out there for safekeeping, we'll review this before the season ended. But I had us at 11-6. Phil has us at 12-5, and Dev is 13-4. I got Yam at 11-6, and old Jim Slazy 19-1. I know Deluxe doesn't do record predictions or game predictions, but if you have a record, you can throw it out there. Late comment.
It's also
DC Big Oso.
Yes,
we did talk about the Caleb joint, bro. Like I said, I want Caleb to do well. I cheer for Caleb. I know we live rent free in the Bears' head after that Hail Mary game, but I want Caleb to do well, bro. It's like it's worse because it's not just Caleb saying he didn't want to play for Chicago. It's Caleb and his dad said they didn't want him to play for Chicago, and all the stuff they did to try to get to Minnesota to be with Kevin O'Connell. So not just the player and his daddy, you know, but you know what? I don't care what people say, what Eli Manning and what's his father's name? Whatever his name is. What's his father's name? Archie Manning. That shit they did, nothing will top that. I'm not going to the Chargers.
John Elway did that too.
John Elway did it too. I
By the way,
that.
John Elway also had a very active dad in his sports career.
So for whatever people say about Caleb Williams, nothing is worse than Eli Manning and John Elway. But they did it. Yes, they had semi-successful careers. Fuck Eli. But I don't want to hear shit about Caleb Williams, man, because he was just trying to make the situation better for himself. He didn't throw a fit. He didn't refuse to play. I don't mind.
John Elway, you know what's funny is John Elway did.
I'm gonna go play baseball. He's like, I'm gonna go play baseball, right? Did he pull the baseball card?
Play for the Yankees, and he says, unless you trade me after he was drafted, and he kept saying, "Don't pick me, don't pick me. I'm not gonna play. I'll go play baseball." And what does Baltimore do? They picked him.
Yeah,
it was.
Sure did.
The greatest quarterback draft in the history of professional football. They could have picked anyone else and been as good. It had a quarterback for the future. Instead, they set their franchise back 15 years.
But doesn't it make you feel like he might leave as a free agent in like 3 years?
Who, Caleb?
Well, I guess he can because they can just tag him.
Well, yeah, but Caleb, but if you become too toxic for the organization, they'll get rid of you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bummer. Like, I don't know what the purpose of showing it now, but here's just 2 quick screenshots. If you haven't read it, his dad said Chicago's where quarterbacks go to die. He's not wrong. He ain't wrong.
I mean, hopefully Ben Johnson turns it around for Bears fans' sake.
It's true.
I want them to be terrible because I want less good teams in the NFC because we get a better record. Yeah. But we've thought they've had quarterback gurus there before. We thought that this time was different before with the Bears. At some point, this time will be different. We just don't know if this time is going to be it. And Caleb Williams has certainly got the talent. But I just don't think he likes Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't think he likes the media market there. I think he wants a more eclectic place to play. But but one where he can get a spotlight. I think Caleb Williams would love to be back in California. I think he would love to play for one of the LA teams, but neither one of them need him right now.
He said, "I need to go to the Vikings." He told his father because, like I said, he had a thing with Kevin O'Connell. Listen, he's a Gonzaga guy.
It's an eclectic town, and it's got an easy press. Yeah. They would go very soft on him, and he can be up there in a very kind of artistic scene. He likes that. Painting the nails and all that.
Chicago's where quarterbacks go to die. Yep. They gave us Jim McMahon, Sexy Rexy, Kyle Orton. What's his name? Mitch Trubisky. Who's the guy that everyone hated? Went to the Broncos. Total asshole.
Kyle Orton.
No.
Jay Cutler.
Oh, Jay Cutler. He picked off by D'Angelo Hall 4 times in one game.
Jay Cutler had all kinds of arm talent too.
Don't forget that he did, man. He was just an asshole. The Lex says Caleb Ben Johnson
like that too.
Waiting for the fuse to be lit. I mean, Andy Reid praises Ben Johnson, which is weird. Randomly, he's like, Ben Johnson's probably one of the best play callers in this game outside of myself. I think that's a quote, not in those exact words, but
I can't argue with that. He had that offense. Him and Dan Campbell had that offense humming.
Yeah, that's why he got selected. But and apparently it came out that Caleb Williams watched film last year by himself with no coaches. Like the coaches didn't even try to watch film with him. Chicago was just a cesspool last year, man. Matt Eberflus.
I just wonder if that was an Eberflus thing or because it's been
or a Caleb thing.
Is that the ownership thing? Is that a McCaskey thing?
I don't know. But here's the strength of schedule based on 2024 records from last year. San Francisco getting the boost as usual. 41.5%, easiest schedule in the NFL. Now this is just strength of schedule is a fallacy because it's going off the previous year. Those previous teams could be way improved this year. So
I'm just glad our name's not on there because every year if we have a scheduled team remotely easily, it's you guys win because the schedule's easy.
Yeah.
Bring your shit the hardest, boys.
I know, man.
Like time.
That's all I'm saying. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Fun year.
Big Oso says, I can't believe that the Bears have never had a quarterback throw for over 4,000. You know what's funny? Washington before Kirk Cousins, same boat. We never had a guy throw over 30 touchdowns.
We have
one person. Exactly. Once.
We had
Sonny.
3
it was
quarterbacks.
Sonny. Was it Sonny?
Yeah, it was Sonny.
Exactly.
3 quarterbacks throw for over 4,000 yards though.
Kirk Cousins, Brad Johnson.
No, before Kirk.
Before Kirk. Brad Johnson.
That's one.
I
take it back. We've had 2 quarterbacks, not 3. I had a third one in it, but it's only 2 quarterbacks before Kirk Cousins that threw 4,000 yards. Brad Johnson's 1.
It's not Sonny.
No.
It's not Joe Theismann.
No.
It wasn't Rippon.
Tremendous arm, but not Rippon.
Not Jeff George because he was terrible. Not Jason Campbell. Tremendous arm. Great fart. I give up. Oh, Sam Howell. No, he was like 10 yards short.
Yeah. Jay Schrader.
Oh, big number 10, Jay Schrader.
Actually, it was his single season yardage record that Kirk broke.
Was that like 1986?
Yes.
Yes.
He went to the Pro Bowl, threw for over 4,100 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 21 interceptions.
And by the way, I'm not talking about what's good in my life. I'm talking about what's bad in my life. The Washington Wizards, 14% chance to get the number 1 pick, tied with the Utah Jazz. They get the 6th pick in the damn lottery. How the hell did the Dallas Mavericks, with a 1.8% chance, get the first overall pick in the NBA draft lottery? Explain that.
It's the same reason that the Orlando Magic, in the wonderful growing hub of Disneyland or Disney World and Universal Studios and all that, magically got the first pick in the draft 2 years in a row.
How Cleveland got it when LeBron was coming out of high school.
And how Cleveland got it again right after LeBron left.
Adam Silver, hey, I need you to trade Luka to LA. What were you going to give us in return? I'll give you the first round pick. Why is the NBA draft lottery not televised? Why is it done in closed doors with Ernst & Young being the security people to oversee the process? Make that shit transparent, man. You're going to lose trust of the fans.
They oversaw the process of stuffing that thing with Dallas balls. Pause.
Magnetic.
Balls.
All right, fellas. You guys got anything you want to share before
I'll be at this time tomorrow? I'll be deep in the Ocean City.
Ocean City. This is when you buy those retro Jordans off of Temu.
Yeah, you buy those fake jerseys off of.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, I'll be in Ocean City tomorrow afternoon.
What are you gonna do over here?
I'm going to the Boardwalk Rock Festival.
What is that?
It is a 2-day music festival. A lot of rock bands, both.
Who are you most excited to see?
Who am I most excited to see? That's a good question, because I'm excited to see several of the bands there. A couple of them I've seen already.
What's your favorite concert you went to? What's the worst one? That's probably easier.
All American Rejects.
I seen Al Green, he was terrible. I seen Keith Sweat, he was terrible there. So this
Keith Sweat, yo, I
can't sing, man. Keith Sweat has the best songs in the world, but he can't
Twisted.
sing.
Twisted is one of the best R&B songs.
But he can't sing though, bro.
No, because
a lot of these dudes
all he does is say a line, and then the girl comes in behind him. Yeah. Baby, I know. And
you know that she lives here, by the way?
Huh?
Bowling Green?
She what?
The lady
girl?
that sings, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. We've talked about this.
But I gotta be strong. And then she comes in behind him. Ugh. Still love Keith.
By the way, so the second concert I ever saw was actually Boyz II Men in 1996.
There you go.
Those dudes can sing.
East Coast family.
Is there a concert you wish you would have got to see that you never, like maybe they're gone or whatever, you wish you got, like your dream concert? Who would it be? One act. Michael Jackson, I think. Prom Kanye West would be dope too, though, bro.
Prince.
The show would be pretty dope. Prince.
I'm not into live music, so
I'm a massive
not so much,
dude.
Rap concerts are the worst. About
I actually counted this up yesterday.
Late prediction in from Tia, 13-4.
Tia's right with you.
Tia. See what I did there? It's like
I
Tia.
went and counted up every concert I've been to. Right now, I didn't count up the individual bands, but just individual shows.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6.
I went to the best of both worlds. That was okay, but I went to the Rock the Mic with Eminem and 50, and 50 was in this, the big time 50 back in the club 50,
Yeah.
and it was the worst because the show was good, but I hear everybody's rapping the same fucking lyrics.
Okay, so I've been to 29 live shows of any bands of national importance.
I like to see
29.
That's a lot.
I
like to see Busta Rhymes. I like to see that.
Tech Nine was a good show.
Yeah.
Ludacris was a great show back in 02.
Would be good.
Yeah.
Ludacris it was like late 01, early 02. So this is like prime Luda. I did see Janet Jackson.
I would like to see Queen. Queen would be dope.
I saw Janet Jackson at the Velvet Rope tour. So this is again prime Janet.
We got to do the whole control.
Hey, so did you see the Jackson 5 at RFK? Because that was like 75. Is he saying the Jackson 5?
No.
Or is that when they did their return tour though?
Put in the comments. I know they played the mid 70s at RFK. That's all I know. Of course, I wasn't even born.
I'm sure they did.
Deluxe says he's seen Michael Jackson, Prince, Alice in Chains, Temple of the Dog, Mad Season.
All right, Deluxe. I was supposed to see Alice in Chains, unfortunately without Lane Staley. But I was supposed to see Alice in Chains this weekend, but they had to cancel because the one drummer, I think it is having health issues, so he's gone. Alice in Chains was a replacement for Motley Crue, who canceled. So now the replacement is Rob Zombie, who I saw last summer. I'm like, of course.
There's a channel I have on my Fire Stick that gives me it's hacked, but it gives me all these live concerts. But I watched I guess Queen in Rio. That was pretty dope. Guns N' Roses and Rock in Rio, which is like one of the biggest concerts ever. But the best one though, I ain't gonna lie to you, I saw Tina Turner's was dope. Smashing Pumpkins was dope. The Rock and Roll Circus, whatever. There's a lot of Sade's Bring Me Home 2011 tour. They got all of them on here. Every major tour ever that's live, they had a video. They got their live shows. It's pretty dope.
So the Victory Tour, the Victory Tour.
All those ones that Deluxe named were ones that he wants to see.
Oh, okay.
Can't see anymore.
Oh, Deluxe, you were going to
gotta be 70 years old to watch all them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know who's 70 years old still actually puts on a show is Alice Cooper.
No way.
I saw him last summer.
So I just Googled the Victory Tour. That was the highest grossing tour and broke every record of its time. 1984 grossed 75 million. That's 227 million in 220.
They ain't got shit on Taylor Swift.
Choreographed by Paula Abdul, promoted by Don King. 55 concerts. That's crazy. That's awesome.
RFK used to be such a concert band. Y'all don't even understand. That's why I try to tell you, got to put it back there. It's gonna be a moneymaker.
Troy coming in late with a question. Let me ask y'all guys something with the draft picks that we got. Do y'all like the draft the Skins made? So we did our draft recap about 2 weeks ago. I think it was. For the most part, I think we nailed that the part. Phil and I were very we did this show. We were very questionable on Josh Connolly when it first came out. We were like,
it wasn't a question. We're just like it unexpected. That weird head tilt that dogs do.
Yeah.
Where you just go,
But the theme we essentially came up with is that, look, they were protecting Jaden Daniels. That was their investment. They shored up the back end of the defense.
Absolutely.
And they got him some weapons. They didn't do anything for pass rush. That's the only gap is the pass rush. So we got to score 60 points in the words of Dev to win these games. So the only thing I don't like is they didn't get a pass rusher. I know, there's round 2 of free agency is about to start. Troy, post June 1st. Remember, post June 1st cuts is when those big salary cap hits go away for a lot of people. So you'll see some people become available post June 1st for cuts and trades. Trades as well.
Guys out there, Clowney. There's some guys out there, man.
Yeah, Clowney, Von Miller's still out there.
Von Miller. I like to get Von Miller. That way he can just play on third downs.
Yeah. And we talked about the schedule earlier.
Hendrickson might be available.
Troy, just for the record, we did a whole full schedule review. I got us at 11-6, Dev 13-4, Phil 12-5, and then for those in the chat, Yam was 11-6, Jim Sleazy 19-1 got us going almost all the way. He has us losing the Super Bowl, and then Tia has 13-4. So, and yes, also John Gruden saying our pass rusher is already. I agree. Who's going to rush the passer?
I mean,
he's right. Who's going to rush the passer? I mean, Phil's not going to say that he's right. But
it's John.
John Gruden. They're both. I think he means Jay Gruden. Jay Gruden said the same thing. And yes, Jalen Lane.
It's so apparent that even Jay Gruden's drunken ass can figure it out. Simple.
Gruden. Jalen Lane is great.
Jay Gruden because he goes, oh shucks.
I love Jay Gruden. Y'all tripping.
I like Jay Gruden too, man. Yeah. Jalen Lane, fantastic. We finally have a full-time returner, and he's a burner too. 4.34 40. I don't know what he's going to do on actually as a receiver, because it's kind of the odds are stacked against him with Terry. Debo.
I don't know. Did you see that hype video they put out for Jalen?
I did.
Jaden going back to pass, throwing the ball, and then it transitions to Jalen Lane catching the ball downfield. Yeah.
But Troy, my favorite pick is Trey Amos. He's my favorite, the second round pick, 61. He's my favorite. And I think my second favorite pick is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Just because I'm not a fan of Brian Robinson as much as I used to be, so I feel like that dude's gonna get some playing time.
I want to see what's up with Brian Robinson though, because I felt like something happened, man. Like something, he just fell the fuck off.
He didn't fall off. He had that eligibility issue his senior year. Remember?
No, I'm talking about Robinson.
Oh, Robinson. He got injured.
Yeah.
And
Robinson got injured and he came back to a different run
line. Yeah, the scheme had changed, remember?
The scheme changed. The offensive line was banged up. They were running zone. He's not a zone runner. We covered this. That's what happened to him.
That's it. All right, guys, we do have to get on out of here. Real quick. I think Gabe Taylor makes the team. I want him to make the team on his own merit. I don't want him to make the team based on anything Sean Taylor did.
I do. Just put him on there.
No. Just because Sean Taylor's your brother,
nothing is given on this team.
That's right.
It's a real jersey.
That's a Dan Snyder move. Gabe Taylor, I love you. I love you for what you've done. If you make this team, you will be praised. You will be cheered on. Man. But don't give him a spot because of his name.
How does he earn a spot though? Who's he competing with?
Percy Butler.
I don't think he can get that one. Quan Martin. Forrest is gone.
Listen, Gabe Taylor can hit.
Gone.
He played well at Rice. He can hit.
Chin is gone.
He's gone.
Chin is gone.
Oh, Will Harris. He's got people. Will Harris too.
Yes, newly acquired free agent from the Saints.
If they keep four safeties, there's a spot.
Yeah,
but Will Harris plays corner though. He's
not corner. He's a safety.
Oso said, "You see the video with Connolly catching a semi-wheel route in Oregon? I've seen it once. Hey, linemen catching touchdowns is what we do here in Washington. Hey, trivia, pop quiz. Who caught Jane Daniels' first touchdown? Who caught Jane Daniels' first touchdown?
I know you're
Eckler.
No.
Ertz.
Who caught Jane Daniels' first touchdown pass?
No, I do know. It's a lineman. Scott. It's a lineman. Scott.
I've been saying it like 4 times over here.
No, you didn't.
That's what we do here in Washington. Our linemen just catch passes, man. That's going to be a question on Jeopardy. Who caught Jaden Daniels' first touchdown pass?
The luck says to be
got still free agency.
I feel it. I feel like he can. As long as they run a scheme that fits his strength.
I'm all for it, man. Bounce back, B-Rob.
Run game. First of all, I hate zone run offenses because you need to have unless you have a very specific set of linemen and backs. If anything is mismatched, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
B-Rob ain't that guy. Now,
but you know what? Hey, if he is great, I don't want to resign him. Have a great year. That's awesome. We got guys right behind you for cheaper who can do just what you do. But have a great year, B-Rob. Big Simple. What's up, Simple? Hey, make sure you guys go follow Big Simple on YouTube. Great follow. I think I met him at week 1. Love Simple, man. We lit. The king of the we lit, man. Good to see you, man. Thank you for popping in. He's also got to be on Tyler Owens.
That's right, Tyler Owens.
I forgot about him.
We haven't seen Tyler Owens actually play, though.
They all knew Trent Scott. Look at you guys, man. You guys are all over it. What kind of line did they just build? They built the problem is, yes, they built a line built for that scheme of running, right? That gap scheme. But I still think Brian Robinson has vision issues.
Yeah,
you don't need to have vision to find a hole when the hole's already assigned to you.
I know that, but
I thought Gibson was a better running back when he was there last year, bro. I kept telling y'all, I said, man, I think Gibson's that fumbling, man.
I hope so, Deluxe. There we go. We lit. There we go. That's the token Big Simple moniker, man. We lit. Love it. Love to see it. All right, guys. We truly do got to get out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in, especially all you guys that popped in late, man. I know. Hey, the chat just got lit in the words of Big Simple.
Chat needs to come into the show with that energy.
8:35 Mondays and Thursdays, guys. 8:35 Mondays and Thursdays. Thank you for the energy. You guys do keep this popping, so we appreciate it. We will be back Monday night. Not sure what's going to come out between now and then. Probably some more Caleb Williams drama. Probably some more Mama Daniels drama. But you know what? We going places, boys. We going places.
We got nothing for love for Mama 5 on this podcast.
Nothing to love. Hey, go check out our live stream with Urinating Tree we did on Monday. Great dude. Super huge following on YouTube. He's got like 600K subscribers, man. Good dude. All right, we getting out of here. See you guys later. Oh, Deluxe, you was watching Cops. Why are you so sweaty? I was watching. Caps. I got glasses on. Sorry. Yes.
Bad boys,
Watch
what
it,
you
yes.
done?
3-1, 2 minutes
Go
in the final
check
2
out
minutes.
Monday's show.
Oh,
Go do it. Dude, it was nice to talk to a content creator who is not even a Commanders fan, but has done 2 very good videos about the Commanders that were very timely.
Command and Conquer, and the Dan
Command
Snyder
and Conquer one, the Dan Snyder, A Legacy of Failure.
Yes.
So
Simple, big
it was definitely fun to talk to someone who kind of give that outside perspective, looking in on us.
Oh,
straight up.
I wanted to ask you, Steve.
Yes.
I figure you might know. And Phil, do you remember those old commercials used to come on late at night? Like, you don't have to be alone tonight. 1-800-CALL-ME commercials.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Man, listen, dog. I was telling my 25-year-old daughter about those. And, you know, she's like, yeah, people just call these little hotlines to like holler at girls and stuff. And we looked up YouTube, and look it up, Steve. It's funny to show. It's the 1-800-679-8880. The sex line. It's a PG-13 commercial, but it used to be crazy. This used to come on every night, right? And I was like, I wonder if that number works. Thinking, no way in hell. Me and my daughter called the number, and it still fucking works, bro.
Oh yeah, they still sitting on that.
The voicemail.
Man, like go to the
Next
commercial
line.
on YouTube. Go to the commercial on YouTube, and the commercial is called "Pick Up the Phone." 1-800-88.
Pick up the phone.
Yeah, play that commercial so everybody can hear it, so they'll know first.
I got 1-900-288-8888.
Nah, it's 1-800-679-80. I'll tag you in it.
That did not come up.
I'm gonna tag you in. I'm gonna send it to you.
No, 1-800 what?
I sent it to you on Facebook.
All right, this is the last thing we're gonna do. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna.
Dev just got charged $19.95
right for the first minute. Yeah. Well, my daughter caught it on her phone, so it's even. You know the therapy bill of your calling a sex hotline with your daughter.
Yes. All right. So let me kill the music here very quickly, because this is probably going to be. This ain't the same as Big Dick Randy, but
play it.
This is a consolation.
You got to play the sound. It ain't gonna be the same.
You don't have to be alone. Just call me. Pick up the phone. I'm live. Let's party.
God, do I remember these?
That was 1080p back when we was kids.
Can you call me?
Hey, yeah. You would hope it come on again. Get the lotion on. You know,
Call 1-800-679-8880.
That was a bricked up weekend for a 12-year-old. You know what I'm saying? In the 80s.
Nothing will beat this squiggly porn, though, man.
That number, by the way, Deluxe, that still works if you call it.
I bet you someone bought it just to keep it active.
Bro, it's hilarious. I mean, the intros, if you want to call it and play it on the mic, just the intro is hilarious, man. Like, what?
All those intros are hilarious.
Like,
no, we're not calling it.
Boy, that's funny. All right, guys, we gonna get out of here. On that note, we out. Appreciate all you do. See you Monday. Peace. Motherfucking hell. We out.